Pradeep, can I just ask you, you saw some of those themes that were being spoken about. I want to come back to why some of these themes are being introduced right now, renaming villages, NRC. I mean, we can guess why. Is there an attempt to try and communalize the election is question number one. Number two, state election and the central election. You're, as a political analyst, you quite often look at it. The BJP completely swept the elections in 2004. 54% vote is almost unheard of, 25 out of 25. May well have had the Modi factor. You think this time it's going to vote in the same manner in both the assembly and in the state?
No, I don't think so. It will vote in the same manner in the assembly in the national elections. So let's talk about, let me divide the two. So in the assembly election, definitely for sure, there is a certain amount of problem with the BJP in Rajasthan. And if you see that it took them 2 months to nominate a new state president, which was clearly signaling that all is not well in the state unit. Whereas if you compare it with Congress, you had Sachin Pilot post the 2013 defeat actually on the ground and getting the booth workers back energized. So I think this will be the first election post 2014 where you would have Congress on the booth level actually taking on the BJP's strength on the booth level.
So at the assembly level, you think Sachin's done that great job and has got the Congress up and running?
Yeah, so what I can definitely comment, at least from the distance, is that Congress will give BJP a very good fight, and it is not it will be a very good fight to watch out, and actually a fight on the ground, not on the newspapers and the articles. Now coming into the national elections, see, there's a whole saying that I will not draw any correlation or causation that even between an assembly election and national election, because national election in Rajasthan will be about Modi, right? And this election is about Vasundhara. So even if the BJP loses, imagine in a situation, or does not perform and Congress performs well, there is high likelihood that BJP might win good amount of seats when it goes forward to get votes for 2019. So I will take them as two different blocks. Yes, it would, if any of the parties, whether the BJP or the Congress wins it, it will give them momentum. But let me tell you, it is very important for the Congress to do well in this, because this is the state among the three where they have the maximum chances. Because if I compare it with Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, distantly at least right now, Rajasthan is a state where Congress can give a very good fight to the BJP, and in fact has that booth presence to take it on. So that is why Rajasthan for Congress is more important according to me.
Pradeep Bhandari here feels that you should not be, the BJP should certainly not be writing off Rajasthan. You think it's a much, much closer battle than many analysts are feeling?
I am absolutely convinced on this that Rajasthan is not something which as is being perceived in the popular media that BJP has completely lost it. I don't agree with it, because there are two factors to it. One factor for sure is that, as I think your friend from First Post was also saying, that if this becomes a referendum Modi, right, things can change. I'll tell you in Karnataka.
But why would the assembly election become a referendum on Modi? I understand 2019 becoming a referendum on Modi.
Karnataka elections, I was there, I was present for past 2 months. The Congress and these, the parties with Congress was leading for say 60% of it. Moment Modi entered the campaign, the whole situation on the ground shifted. In fact, in places which were considered to be citadels of Congress, the BJP swept it. So number one. Number two, I think you need to also admit, or
if it's a tough state, then would Narendra Modi necessarily step in? He may not want to put his own credibility on line and say, if I lose despite that, then there's a problem.
That's a matter of speculation, because these three elections, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, will be going on around the same time, and I think it's very, I don't think the Prime Minister will step aside or will not campaign. He will campaign, because the elections are happening together and they are on the road to 2019, number one. Number two, as Sachin said, that the voters are very wise, and I think the voters differentiate between an assembly election and a general election. Number three, I think this point is not being pointed out, that Mr. Gehlot is a very strong, state leader in Congress in Rajasthan. Now, if it comes out to leadership, and if the Karyakarta of the Congress towards the later part, or say when it comes very close to the campaign, there is certain divisions out there, then Congress can give it to the BJP. So it is not something that the Congress has won this election. It is something which they have to fight it out for sure.
So you are saying that
it will be definitely Congress is in a position to give BJP a run for its money for sure, but it's not something that they can, you're saying that it's already done and dusted.
Pradeep, your prediction?
See, I
know you'll keep on saying I refuse to predict until I've been there on the ground.
I predicted 13 in a row. I don't want to spoil that record, but all I can say is that Congress in Rajasthan at this moment for the assembly election is in a good position.
But you don't want to say anything about 2019?
I will not. In 2019, all I can say is it all depends on how the Prime Minister campaigns and how he leads the thing. It's
almost
on a
scary,
Prime
right?
Minister.
With the BJP, everything becomes a how's the Prime Minister.
So it's about Modi versus all. The Mahagathbandhan has made it Modi versus all. Their agenda is to remove Modi. So yeah. See, I think Vikram, we need to admit and I recognize one fact that for the BJP, no longer after the test in Lok Sabha, that was the no confidence motion, and now this deputy chairman thing, the BJP has grown stronger in terms of perception. And for it now, it is not important that, okay, fine, imagine that there's a regional player which is not backing the BJP right now. The only focus for the BJP, according to me, right now after these floor tests should be to emerge as the single largest party. Because if the BJP emerges as the single largest party, beyond the majority or say near to the majority, even say far away from the majority, these regional players will come along with the single largest party.
So you're saying TRS, Biju Janata Dal, AIADMK, even the DMK, who knows?
See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. These are fluid players. These will always be, they will have preference to align with the party which comes in the center because it is in interest of them for their state vote bank, for them to get those funds from the center, number one. I think you need to now also admit that this Mahagathbandhan is not a Mahagathbandhan, is just a limited bandhan which might be so-called active in a state of Uttar Pradesh, and you are overemphasizing on its impact because the only pillar which...
Its impact in Uttar Pradesh is massive.
No, that's
73
again, no.
seats
Okay,
the
so
BJP
again,
won in
Vikram,
Uttar Pradesh.
The possibility of its impact in Uttar Pradesh is massive. None of us have been able to conclude by any fact number that it has really had a huge impact. So yes, I admit that yes,
the by-elections in Uttar Pradesh where the impact
was
again,
as I said,
okay, let's not argue about Uttar Pradesh just for a moment.
On this front, so what I'm trying to say is that till the time only anti-Modism binds the so-called Gathbandhan, I don't think it is a sellable plank for the voters of India, which you've seen in these two parts.
Okay,
so you need to admit this.
Vikram,
you need to admit that the impact of Aam Aadmi Party will be in max 2 to 3 seats of Lok Sabha because Congress will also be thinking that it has a good chance in seats of Delhi. So let's not overemphasize the impact of Aam Aadmi Party in 2019 Lok Sabha elections. That has to be admitted.